Music is my creative outlet. Being in a professional setting and having control over what I get to play helps me express the way I feel.
Hello, Holland. You are listening to WTHS 89.9, the commercial-free voice of Hope College. We have just hit the 5 o'clock mark, so it is time for my show, Friday Feels, with me, Trinity Fry, when you get that Friday feel on a Tuesday.
The story of me choosing the name Friday Feels is a little bit of a long one. So first off, I am very indecisive, so indecisive that I couldn't find a name for myself. And I tried so many different things, but none of them sounded right. And then I called the person who is the greatest at coming up with things and one of the most creative people I know. I called my mom and she said the name Friday Feels and spell it like my last name. And I just really loved it and I stuck with it. And I love my mom, so my show reminds me of my mom every day as well. The thing that directed me to become a radio host for Hope College was, first off, I love music and I've loved music my whole life. And I just remember being a kid listening to the radio in the car, and that's the primary way that I would find new music. And it just reminds me of being all in the car with my family, jamming out to songs, whether it be Christian, pop, rap, anything. And I just thought it'd be such a great opportunity to actually be on the other end and be on the radio and have other people hear music that I play. And hopefully someone finds a song that they like. I feel like if someone finds a new song from my show and likes it, I've had a successful one. Oh, goodness gracious. When I first started my show, it was terrible in comparison to now. I was so nervous. I honestly didn't know which buttons to push. All of that knowledge flew out of my brain. And a friend of mine was in the studio with me, and she has a radio show. I feel like she was so irritated because I kept asking questions because I just wanted everything to go perfectly. And I just was so nervous about everything. And on the actual radio, I did not know what to say. And you could really tell by the way that I spoke. I wouldn't really talk about the music at all. So it was basically just me playing a playlist and saying what I was supposed to say, you're listening to WTHS 89.9, because you have to say that. While I'm DJing, I feel really free and that I can really just express myself however I want to and just be as creative as I want to. I crack myself up all the time. I just make jokes on the radio. I just express how I truly feel about the songs, and I feel like that's the only way to portray what my show is as a whole, because it is Friday Feels, and I pick a feeling every week. And if I don't explain how that feeling really portrays in my life, how can I expect my listeners to feel what I feel for the song, or have any kind of insight to why I picked the songs and why it feels that way. Having a radio show is very therapeutic because a lot of people listen to music when they, need a pick-me-up. And just being able to be in such a professional setting and play the music that I want to play and have control over that is really nice. And honestly, whatever I'm feeling, that's usually what I make the feeling for the week, and that's what the playlist looks like, songs that I feel about the past week, or what I feel about things that are going on in my life, and it just really makes me feel great. The technical process of putting on one show, you have to think of all the songs that you want to play on the radio beforehand, and then there's a system that you enter all of the songs into and convert them from music files to things that are able to be put on a CD. And then once you burn your CD, you can go into the studio and you have to put it in a CD player essentially, but it's connected to this system of the radio like the soundboard that's connected to the radio. And then like you control it through the soundboard of when you want the songs to play and how loud you want them to be. If you want to fade a song out, you can do that. If you want to talk during a song, you can do that as well. And then there's like a lot of technical things you have to do, like for the station. Like you have to log like the temperature of the system and the temperature of the room and like what PA volts are going on in the system. Just like a lot of like technical things you have to make sure that they're correct to be able to do it. My favorite part of having a radio show is just of how goofy and creative I can be on the show. Because honestly, I am in control of what happens. So normally I'll pick songs that really hit close to home, but then I'll just go and ramble about what I'm talking or what the song means to me. Then I end up cracking up like into the mic. And then my parents always text me like, stop laughing, we can hear that in the mic. And it just cracks me up. Some advice that I would have for people that struggle to find hobbies or things that they love in life is try as many things as possible. Because I struggled with that for a while, finding things in life that would like fulfill me. And luckily I was able to find the radio station, and which is a great outlet for me. And I honestly would suggest trying a bunch of different things and then find things that you like or certain things that you like about a certain activity or a certain hobby, and then expand on that, and then find something small and then expand on that.
One of the biggest things I've learned from having a radio station is that it is so important to have a place where you can be vulnerable. I luckily have found a place where I can fully express and process what I'm feeling for a designated hour each week. It is so important for others to find a place where they can truly express themselves to the fullest, because life can be so stressful, and having an outlet can truly benefit you in so many ways.